What's going on, it's Webster Style here, the man, the voice, the fragrance. And one of the things that always fascinates me, especially watching YouTube, is EDCs. More importantly, I love sort of that minimalistic tech EDC, being able to be functional and productive on the go with minimum effort and devices as possible. And this is something I've strived to do ever since I had my way back when my Lumia 1520, and I used to have my stand and my keyboard, having it as if it's a mini PC, and I absolutely love it. And it's something I've strived to really model over the years. And we'll take a look at my latest EDC. What I usually carry, it fluctuates from now and again, but there are a couple items that are just essential to what I do. And when I want to compute on the go, whether it's on my morning walk or other activities where I want to make sure I have what I need, but don't have to carry a big, bulky bag. Let's check it out. Okay, so you can't have EDC, a mobile sort of productivity, without some sort of computing device. Now, personally, I have sort of dabbled in this over the years. I have a older 10-inch Samsung tablet, Android tablet that I like to use, but I just thought it was just, as Android got upgraded, older versions came increasingly slow and bogged down. And surprisingly, uh, this 10.1-inch Avita Windows 2 on PC, I've had for about 2 years now, has just been great with regards to this mobile productivity. See here, it's like a mini Surface. That's what I always like to categorize it as. All the stuff over here, you just open it up. Now, I really want to like the durability of it. Now, as you see, there's been some wear and tear because I'm missing one of the buttons on the keyboard. But this compact all-in-one unit has been very serviceable for just sending emails, writing up documents, spreadsheets, basic productivity. Even I do audio podcasting on this as far as recording and mixing audio as well. I don't do much of any video editing on this because, well, simply, I don't think it would handle it. It's only has, I think it's 64 gigs of memory, and it's probably 64 gigs of storage and 4 gigs of memory. I picked it off eBay about 2 years ago for about, it was like 125. It came with Windows 10, upgraded it to Windows 11, and it's worked absolutely perfectly. And I love the fact we have the pogo pins here, the accelerometer. It also functions great as an e-reader. I use it a lot when it comes to notes when I am presenting at conferences and so on and so forth, or just basic note taking. But especially for my morning walks, it is indispensable for editing blog posts, uh, answering emails, doing my agenda for the day. It has become a really good device. And I would say just off of battery power, I get about 3 hours maybe of battery power just with my basic tasks, probably about four. The battery's pretty decent considering what I pay for it. The only thing I don't like is that the trackpad kind of sucks. So with that, I have this mouse Bluetooth, and it has the USB connector inside as well. Picked it up off of Amazon. It's like, I don't know, $8 or so. So let's get to more of the items that are in my typical EDC. So in general, everything's a little beat up because I put everything through its paces, but what I'm currently rocking now for earbuds are these, and I don't even remember the brand. They were on sale. My Google Buds, I lost the case. This is what, from Century. They were on sale at my local grocery store for clearance price for like $6. The sound is pretty decent. I like the over-the-ear functionality, as well as the microphone quality isn't horrible to anybody who I have a call on or I call with. So that was the biggest thing. Some of the cheaper earphones that I've had, the microphone has been absolutely horrible. And with that, I picked these up and I really enjoy them. I'm going to upgrade to something a bit better in the future. But for right now, these work. Next up is my Google Pixel 6. Now, this is actually my old one that I dropped and see the screen split, but this is what I'm recording on right now. This is my daily driver. I actually think just with the upgrades or the updates in Android, I really like how it works. I've always enjoyed the camera as well as just the camera and the video as well. And it's a really powerful phone. I really enjoy it, really like it. Now you can't have an EDC without having your own portable power. So that's when I recently picked up this 100-watt, 20,000 milliamp power bank off of Amazon. I think it was $29. One of the things I liked about it is has that indicator there that tells you how much charge is left, as well as USB A, USB A and USB C. And more importantly, this also powers my larger laptops. So one of the things I hated was having to bring an extra power cord for my laptop when I do bring a larger laptop or even my official work laptop. Uh, this is something I could bring and not bring the power cords. And unfortunately, it doesn't charge this. It still has a, I guess, power pin, but I'm actually getting an adapter soon so I can use this with this. So it works out really well. Charges phones, earbuds, everything is USB-C, except for that thing in the back there. We'll get to that in a little bit. Now, you have to have a watch. I don't think any gentleman should walk around without a watch. Now, I have been a very big detractor of smartwatches over the years, but in the past few years, really about the past two, I've come around to the utility of them, especially since I have been more and more conscious of my fitness and wanting something that would track those goals as well as something that was stylish and fashionable. But I still don't, not wear a regular watch from now and again. So these three watches here are the watches I end up wearing the most. This one is a Misfit Vapor X. I absolutely love this watch. I've gotten so many compliments on this watch over the years, and I've had this for about 2 years now. Actually, no, about 2.5 years now. One of the things I do hate about it is one, Misfit no longer exists. So I think this is still running Android Wear like 2.4 or something like that. Every now and again, I have to do a hard reset because the Android Wear OS just for some reason starts to kill the battery. I get about a day and a half with this one is really working well. So it's really cool. Like even now, yeah, this is surprisingly excellent. I've worn this all day, gotten a multitude of notifications, walked 4+ whatever miles this morning, and the battery life is still at about 75%, which is really great, and that's what it does when it's supposed to. Next up, and this one isn't on. Let's turn it on. This is and I forget the brand, but this is a sports watch off of Amazon. It runs about, I don't know, $50 or so. I really like it because of the sleep tracking functionality in this. Uh, I am not as, I don't feel like the step tracking is as reliable when I compare it to the Misfit as well as the built-in Google Fit app or the other apps I have on my phone that are for walking. There can anytime be a gap of 100 steps difference to 500 to 700 steps difference. So I don't really see it as a great step tracker, but sleep tracking is really good and just notifications as well. The notifications are really, really good. Now I have a multitude of regular watches. This is the normal watch that I wear most of the time. This is the Seiko 5 automatic that I won a couple years ago. I forget the guy's name on Instagram. I'll link it below. But this is just I love this watch. It is such a great everyday watch, and it fits in so many different types. As you see, I have to wind it because I haven't worn it. Well, not wind it. It's automatic, so shake it around, start going again. There we go. But I have to reset it because I haven't worn it in a little bit of time. I tend to, especially with this one, I wear this a lot to track my sleep, just to make sure I'm getting enough sleep every day. But this is the watch I wear most of all. If I'm not wearing a smart watch, it's going to be a Seiko 5. Now, even with all of our modern gadgets, This is indispensable. Having a journal or a notepad is really great to jot down those ideas that you have, to start taking notes as to shows you want to do, content creation. Just really becomes indispensable to really keep track of my thoughts and what's going on. So having a journal or some sort of notepad, and I have like even from this is one I carry now, but I have medium sized ones. I have itty bitty little notebooks that I just throw in a bag just so I have something if I want to write something down. So a journal or some sort of notebook is just really indispensable, even in this time where everything is digital. And then last but not least is when I'm thinking about, hey, I want a game while I'm out, I want a game when to go. There are usually two choices. One, depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, I will bring my Xbox controller and snap on the stand, and then I'll just play Game Cloud. But if I don't want to do all that, especially burn on my internet, my tried and true trusty Super Mario Brothers 25th anniversary Nintendo is it DX? DS? Yeah, DSL, XL. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. A couple years ago, I wasn't a big Nintendo handheld person past the Game Boy, but something said, "Hey, you just get a DSL, DSXL." And I don't know, it's one of the things I wanted. And I found this one and I scooped it right up, and I've been in love with it ever since, especially being able to mod it to silo games and ROMs from an SD card. It's been really awesome, really great, and the battery life is on point. Now, I have all this stuff, but there's nothing to carry it in. Let's take a look at the two bags I use to carry all of this in. Now, you may be asking, what do I carry everything in? Well, there are two bags I primarily use, especially for the smaller stuff and when I'm really being light and tactile. The first of which is one that I primarily use during my morning walks. I need something that's going to pretty much cling to the body, not going to be flapping everywhere, but also is going to hold everything very nice and tight. And this sling bag, I got it from Amazon like 3 years ago. Is water resistant. It has that, thingy for your power cord, which I never use. Also, earphones, which I never use because everything is wireless. But it is a backpack that has traveled to different countries, got me through the rain. Interior pockets, you can't see it here. Interior pockets, and also pocket right here, which is really good for like my wallet and stuff when I'm wearing shorts that don't have pockets. But it's really good, really useful. I feel like I paid no more than $8 for this, and I've gotten my money's worth tenfold. Now, the next bag is one that obviously offers a bit more sophistication, class. Dare I say luxury? I'm not in all that. I don't care. But it's a bag that has definitely serviced me well over the past 2 years or so since I've had it. And it is this Coach, I think it's Canvas 24, whatever it's called, bag. It's a great bag. I use this going into the office. I use this at conventions. It has a lot of room for what I need inside, a couple different pockets, and this pocket as well. It has become a very, how should I put it? Not luxurious, but it's been a very sophisticated bag to wear, particularly when I am covering conventions. It holds all of my tech gear except for the tripod, which is obviously going to be a lot longer than this. But microphones, all that gear is going to be here on an everyday, day-to-day. If I'm going to a coffee house, Starbucks sounds so bougie, coffee house. Starbucks or something like that, it's a bag that holds everything. And it's just has a lot of good detail and is sturdy. And I like that a lot. So that's been my EDC. Let me know what your EDC is. Let me know what sort of tech items you carry every single day. Let me know how you are trying to minimize but still be productive at the same time. Your boy Webster Zile. Let me know what you think. The man, the voice of fragrance. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your listening. And remember, stay safe out there and be blessed.